So, you want to save some money on your next hotel booking. Well, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll explain to you, and not just explain, but show you in the real life examples how to save money on the hotels and how to do it over and over and over again. To understand the hotel bookings, there are sort of two systems you can use to find good deals on the hotels. One of them being you search the internet, you search all the comparison sites, and you may or may not find something. Additionally, if you do find something, it's generally going to be outside the peak times of travel. So it's outside school holidays, it's during the off-season period in a destination country, etc. Right? So the time you're gonna travel is quite often will reflect on the price you're gonna pay. However, there is another way, the way which I use. And using that way, you always, well, in 99% of the time, you're guaranteed to get an extremely good deal on a hotel booking. But before I'm going to explain how I do it, I think we should change the location because that's just a little bit too boring. So let's go to a more fun location. Well, that's better, more comfortable. Look at this beautiful view. I did say at the beginning that I will use real examples of how I travel and how I get the deals. So, I'm on holidays right now, and before I get into all the details, let me show you the room that I'm staying in. I'll talk through the prices, I'll show you how much I paid for it, and then I'll explain how you can do the same. Okay, so let's take a quick tour of the room and we'll go from there. Okay, so obviously I'm on the balcony and we'll just walk to one side of the balcony. We've got a couch here and I'll turn around and yeah, so that's our balcony. Beautiful view, that's what you wake up to in the morning. And now let's get into the room and see what the room actually is. So we'll go in. We've got a living room here. We've got obviously the couch, coffee table. We've got the little spot for the little guy where he enjoys his time. Obviously, you know, the TV. We've got the dining table, nice place to relax. We've got the wine bar, mini fridge, and a few other bits and pieces here and there. And that's obviously the main entrance. We've got the guest bathroom, or toilet bathroom here. And let's go. Then we move into the bedroom. So that's a bedroom. And obviously also another entrance to the balcony. We've got the little office desk here where all my equipment is and the working area. Then we've got obviously the cupboards, the storage, etc. And let's move onto the bathroom. So that's the bathroom. We've got obviously the shower here. So you've got your shower, you've got your rain shower, and you've got a couple of nozzles as well. And the good thing, you've got a little bench, you can sit down and relax and have a little sauna. And obviously the toilet area as well. Right? So that's the room. As you can see, it is quite luxurious room. There's plenty of space. We travel with a family. There are 3 of us, so myself, my wife, and a son. And We'll get back to the balcony. And that's basically where we stay. So let's get back to the business area of things, and let me explain to you how I actually get these rooms and how much they cost me. So the quick tour of the room I just gave you, right? This room is called the Ocean View Suite, right? And obviously you can see the ocean behind me. It's beautiful. I can see the whole beach here. It's quiet, it's luxurious, and it's spacious. The cost for this room is about €900 a night plus taxes, right? So we're staying here for a week, 7 days, 7 nights. So that would normally cost a person booking it. So 900 times 7, €6,300 plus taxes. I've paid €2,100 including taxes, right? So it was about €1,900 plus taxes, which works out to be about €2,100. So how do you actually do it? And that's a big question, because we do it every single time. Every holiday that we have, we pay one price and we get the luxury of a completely different level. And just before I go any further, I want to say something. This video is not sponsored by anyone. No one is paying me to do that video, and any brands or programs that I'll mention in this video are because I'm using them and I'm paying for them out of my own pocket. So there is no sponsorship or anything like that in this video. Overnight to get to this level. It takes time, it takes planning, and it takes understanding of travel. And mainly understanding of your travel patterns, right? So I'll use again examples of our travel. We mainly travel across Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. So that's our primary area of travel. That's what we like, that's what we like to explore, and that's where we travel. There are certain hotels that we like to stay in. For example, when we started this travel as a family many years ago, we really enjoyed Anantara. It's a beautiful hotels. They generally have excellent locations, and obviously it's a 5-star luxury resorts in incredible locations. So we started with them, and initially, of course, you always, as you do, you go to booking.com, Agora, etc., and you try to find the best deal for yourself. And sometimes you do, sometimes you get good discounts, 10, 20%, maybe. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't build you the loyalty with the brand. Because at the end of the day, you as a customer, you're still a customer of booking.com or the agency you booked with. And there's been a perception for a long time that booking directly with hotels is more expensive than using third party. And it was true years back. Now it's completely different. Even if you look at Anantara website when you're booking, and you can see now, there are comparison prices showing you for prices on booking.com and other websites versus the booking directly with Anantara. So, but booking directly with a hotel builds you a loyalty, and hotels recognize it, and they have a lot of loyalty programs which basically reward you for staying with them, right? And you go up through the levels. And that's one thing, and that's okay, but it's only one hotel or one brand of hotels. What's been happening, and it haven't been promoted or advertised too much, there are umbrella programs, right? The umbrella programs basically cover multiple brands. So, for example, Anantara, the umbrella program is called GHA Discovery. And that program covers not just Anantara, but hotels like Kempinski, Avani, Outrigger, etc. They have quite a lot of hotels under their umbrella. And the reward program is the same. So when you book either directly with Anantara or with GHA, you are in the same system. So it doesn't matter if you book directly with hotel or through the umbrella program, you get the same benefit, the same points, etc., right? And by doing so, basically get through the levels a lot faster. And there are similar programs in other regions. So there are programs similar to that in North America, South America, and generally in Americas, which cover that area. There is European programs, and there are some global programs. GHA is mainly Asia Pacific, Middle East, Africa. They do have hotels in Europe and America, but not as much. So what I'm saying is, first thing you need to do is to understand your travel patterns. Where do you travel the most? We all have about, well, most of us, I guess, about 3 to 4 weeks holidays a year. We'll have a 3 weeks time off from work and maybe another week of public holidays throughout the year, which we tend to travel because it's interesting, it's beautiful, and it just makes you feel good. So by understanding your travel patterns, you can figure out which brands are most prevalent in the area you travel. Then you find the umbrella programs, right? And there could be multiple ones. So see which one is best for you. I personally don't like programs which give you points and then you have to exchange points for something else, because it's basically, you have, in a way, it's like you have to pay for something, right? With GHA, there are 4 levels. We got to the top level within, 1.5 to 2 years, right? But as you go up through the levels, you get more and more benefits, right? So from first level to the top level, you are getting some benefits. You just get more as you go up in levels, right? And we travel around school holidays because of the child, etc., right? So we do travel maybe 4 or 5 weeks a year. So it's not impossible to get to the higher tier within sort of a year, year and a half, maybe 2 years at most, right? Providing you do it smart, you book through the right systems, you don't use agents, you don't use all those aggregation websites, you go directly to hotel or directly to the program, and you get rewarded for the loyalty, right? And what I'm saying is, from day one you sign up, it's generally free to the loyalty program. You do get something. For example, again, in GHA, when you sign up, you start getting things like early check-in, late check-out. You get a little welcome gift as you arrive to the hotel. And as you get through the program, you get more and more. So on the second level, you start getting 1 level upgrades. On the third level, you get like 2 level upgrades, etc., right? So what happens is, right now, is, let's say we book a basic room, right? So I booked a relatively basic room for this. And I know that I get generally 2 or 3 levels upgrade. So if you think about also how the hotels work, most people will book basic rooms. So generally the basic rooms are sold out first, then the next level up, and then the next level up. And sort of suites and villas, if they have it in a hotel, they tend to be the last to be sold out. Villas generally go for large families, etc., a couple of families booking, 2, 3 bedroom villa. Then it becomes cheaper. But if you're traveling, just your family alone, you're not gonna book a 4 bedroom villa. It's just waste of money. So that's what we do. I book normally 2 levels below the room I want. And then when I arrive to the hotel, I get upgraded, and that's what I get. Additionally, there are a lot of other benefits. There is no points in the system, right? So just go through the levels, and each level has its own benefits. So, for example, now I get early check-in, so it doesn't matter what time I arrive to the hotel, the room will be ready. If my flight is late in the evening and I have to leave late, they will give me a late checkout. So I don't even have to ask. I just tell them my arrival, departure time, and the room is available. I get a welcome gift. So when we arrived here, we got a bottle of champagne, we've got some chocolates for the kid, we've got some cookies, etc. And furthermore, what you do get with this program is you get a cashback for your next stay. So you roughly get about, well, depending on the tier, but anywhere from 5% to 10% cashback. So For example, I'm spending 2,000 euro on this booking, right? I get obviously the 6,500 euro room. I get all the welcome stuff, early check-in, late checkout, and then I also get 200 euro back to use on my next booking because, you know, I've paid 2,000 euro, I get 10% cash back. And that's all through the system. There's no points. I don't need to exchange anything. I don't need to figure out if something is available. It all just happens. So what I'm saying is, if you want the same, and it is doable, understand the way you travel, understand the hotels you're staying in, find out the overall programs they're using. If they're using points program, try to avoid them. Generally, it's not as good as, you know, tier programs. Once you've done that, structure your travels and book your hotels either through the program or directly through the website, hotel website. It's going to be the same price as booking it through booking.com. You're not going to lose anything, but what you will gain is brand loyalty. And once you start getting up through the tiers, you will get so much benefits that you will travel, basically, I would say, on a budget. You will have let's put it differently, you'll have a luxury travel on a budget. That's as simple as that. There's no tricks, hacks, you know, you don't have to spend hours searching for stuff on the internet, looking for deals or anything. Once you get to the top, or once you get into higher tiers, it doesn't matter. You just book a basic room and you get upgraded. You get upgraded to a suite or a villa, and you enjoy. You pay the base price and you get the luxury in return. All because of brand loyalty. I guess, thank you for watching. I do want to go and enjoy this ocean because it is beautiful and we're having lots of fun here. But thank you for watching. I hope you found it educational, and I truly hope that you find the right program for you and you'll get to enjoy the same thing